So yeah, you know, like growing up in Philly, it's like a very historical city. And I've always loved that side of Philly just because it's where the nation started. You know, Ben Franklin lived here most of his life, and we have Independence Hall just like right down the street from, not right down the street, but like we can get there just close enough. And you know, they have Old City, they have Alfred's Alley. It's like, even to this day, you can walk through all this history, and we read it in textbooks like all the time that, you know, they chose Philly for a reason. I've always thought like that nature still lives in Philly today with all the people. But that being said, like even though I love Philly so much and everything about it, I always just felt so constricted growing up in Philly. I've just always been here, so I felt like I needed to go somewhere else. And that's the reason why I decided to do abroad for a year in Europe. And initially, I planned to stay in France for a year, but I thought like, hey, why not do like a semester in Italy too? But Paris is by far my favorite place. And I think it's because it was the first place I was by myself. Like growing up in Philly, I've had all my friends, all my families here. If I was struggling with something, like I had people to help pick me up. In Paris, it was like I didn't have anybody who knew me. I was all by myself, and although it was scary at first, it really just showed me that I was able to be on my own. And especially just being a place of so much culture and so much art, you know, I just felt very immersed in it, and I felt like I found out a lot about myself when I was there. So like even to this day, like Paris is still like by far my favorite place I've been at. When you walk through the streets of Paris at night or during the day, it feels different. You know, people hold themselves a different way there, and I love it because it's diverse. There was like parts of the historical side that reminded me of home, but it was also completely different. And it was also the first place I went outside the US, and it just showed me like, hey, the world's a lot bigger. Like I'm able to go to all these places, and that I'm not just stuck in Philly. And when you grow up poor, it's like you always have that in your head, like, oh, you're just stuck here, you're just trapped here. But like going to Paris was just like, wow, this is me, a poor kid from Philly, but I'm here in Paris. Like it's so lavish and everything. There was just something about just the French culture, the Parisian culture in general, that just made me just fall into it. It just showed me that if you have a dream, you have a goal you want to go to, it's reachable. Like I've always wanted to go to Paris or travel, but never thought I could. Stepping foot into Paris that first day when I landed, I was like, oh my God, I'm actually here. So I actually was able to accomplish something that I wanted to do. And I think I just carried that to my life now. Like if I have something I want to do, no matter how hard it is, like I want to go for it. Like I don't want to live with regret. If you have something you want to do, I feel so you should do it. If you want to travel, then do it. Just get up and go, just like I did to Paris.